Let's see. Of course it has the serpent stone on it! What do you think it has? A rock formation that looks like a snake? Which is probably attracting the Ice Wraiths. Well, it's not just because of the floating ice, that's for certain. Yeah, you're going the right way. Now you just need to find a way up. Then find this Ice Wraith you need to kill for your test. Joke is the term I'd use. Let's face it. How could you lose? There you are. I was hoping for you to use Fireball to destroy that Ice Wraith. But then I remembered, you're not that good at shots. You don't want to go back yet, do you? Thought not. Might as well see if you can salvage anything on that ship. Perhaps there'll be something more challenging than an Ice Wraith. You didn't even need to summon any help for that. Pathetic. And judging from that fire, we're not the first to arrive here.
What was that?
The guilty! I was hoping for Foster Dar, but that works as well. And so does that! They're dead. Good. A fresh set of steel plate to work on. It'll come in handy once you find another follower. But before you do anything else, search that wreck and pick up anything of value that you can carry. Did I really have to say that? Read that later. You know the routine. Oh yeah. Water breathing. For those who aren't Argonians, you'll need to use Whirlwind Sprint to get up there. Yeah, the point of no return.
What?
Once you've walked back,
Ah!
it's victory or death for the Stormcloaks. Plenty to sell there. You might want to pay the Grey Quarter visits before you head to the Palace of the Kings. There's nothing else for us here. Let's head back to Windhelm.
Tell me again why we're wasting time and dwindling resources chasing a legend. We don't even know it exists.
The Jarls are upset. They don't all support you.
Damn the Jarls.
They demand the moot.
And damn the moot! We should risk letting those milk drinkers put Torik's woman on the throne? She'll hand Skyrim over to the elves on a silver plate.
All the more reason then. The crown would legitimize your claim.
A crown doesn't make a king.
No, but this one.
If it even exists.
It exists, and it will be the symbol of the righteousness of our cause. Think about it. The jagged crown. It heralds back to a time before Jarls and Moots. Back to the time when the king was a king because his enemies fell before him, and his people rose because they loved him. Skyrim needs that king. You will be that king, Ulfric. You must be.
You're certain you found it?
When have I ever been false with you?
Fine. I'll send the Unblooded here with you. Fancy a crawl through a moldering dungeon to see if you can't stir up Garmar's jagged crown.
It will be there. You'll see. You're alive. I owe Ulfric a drink. I have to admit, I didn't think we'd be seeing you again. I misjudged you. You're definitely Stormcloak material. It's time we made this official. You ready to take the oath? Not at all. That was as much a test of your abilities as it was your resolve. I wasn't sure your heart was in it, but you've proven me wrong, and I respect that. Now, if we're done being sentimental, it's time for you to take the oath. Before you're one of us, you must swear fealty to Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak, future High King of Skyrim. You must also pledge unswerving loyalty to your fellow Stormcloaks, to Skyrim, and to her people. That's the spirit. By swearing this oath, you become one of us, a hero of the people, a true son of Skyrim, a Stormcloak. Repeat after me. I do swear my blood and honor to the service of Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim. As Talos is my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond. Even to my lord, as to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms. All hail the Stormcloaks, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim. Now you're one of us, which means you get to tag along on a little trip with me. Oh, and here, you're a Stormcloak now. You ought to look the part. First, we'll kick the Thalmor and their bloody Imperial puppets out of the country. Then, we will rebuild Skyrim into the land she once was. When we are done with that, we will take our army to the Dominion and show those pointy-eared bastards not every man is fit to be their slave. I have found the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. Can you believe it? Well, I'm almost certain. We're headed to Corvinjune, but if old King Borgus is indeed buried there, we're bound to run into trouble of some kind. Your fellow Stormcloaks are already assembling outside the tomb. I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished up here. Aye, the Great Hunt killed old King Borgus. Gods only know with what profane arts those elves cursed his remains. Curses notwithstanding, the tombs of kings are always full of traps to ward off grave robbers, are they not? But nothing a band of Stormcloaks can't handle, I assure you. Have you not heard that ancient verse? Maw unleashing rays of snow, of dragons from the blue brought down, births the walking winter's woe, the High King in his jagged crown. Going way back to King Harald's time, or even before, the High King always wore the jagged crown. It was the symbol of his might and power. The crown is made from the bones and teeth of ancient dragons, and it is said to contain a portion of the power of every king who has worn it. True or not, who would dare deny Ulfric's claim when the legendary jagged crown sits upon his brow?